feel like I'm stuck somewhere between 6, 15, and 20, I don't know. But growing up in Laguna was really beneficial for me because it's an artist town. And every year my dad would show his art at the Festival of Arts for like 35 years in a row. And I would run around and sell my drawings for like $1. And I was constantly kicked out or removed by the security, but I didn't care because I wouldn't stop. Part of what's great about being an artist is everything can inspire you because you're always looking. Nature is always there to inspire me every day. If it's an image of a tiger online, or if it's a gnarled piece of bark that I found on the ground that looks vaguely like a piece of skin that I could use for a creature later on, there's always inspiration everywhere I go. And you're always in that place of, well, I could use this, I could use that, or I could merge this with this. Like even at work, I have people that bring me scraps of gnarled lumber and rusty old bolts. I'm like, that's really cool. Can I have that? And like, okay. It's like seeing that beauty in everything, or that potential for something really neat in everything, has been a real blessing. And that's why I carry a backpack with me everywhere I go. Not for my makeup or all that bullshit, but for my art supplies. Because I'm not a digital artist, so I have to carry a case filled with all my markers and my pens and my pencils and my erasers and my blades and my gel pens and my Tombow colors, blending markers, and, my sketchbook. As long as I have that, I'm good for whenever it hits me. You can never really pinpoint, why do I draw dragons? Why? It's that I feel like I do really enjoy drawing sharp teeth. Sharp teeth, sharp claws, ferocious faces, the gaping mouth with the teeth and the saliva spurting out and but then there's that beautiful geometry that goes with that plumage of scales and feathers and color and shapes and patterns, and it can be anything you want. They're everywhere. They're on temples, they're on homes, their design is, it's almost like the combination of water and air and fire. Like they're purely elemental, and you can't really put your finger on one elemental. They kind of encompass all things. When you see a dragon, dragons are powerful, they're beautiful, they're aggressive, they're also kind and full of energy and, unlimited possibilities. And, in nature, there's unlimited possibilities. And to take what's unlimited and eternal and to use that as my background, to put that in the shape of a dragon, then I feel like I've done my job. Character flaws are, at least for me, something that I really love. In pottery, a cracked piece of pottery can be filled with gold, and it's that gold accent that makes the pottery that much more beautiful. And if we can look at those imperfections, the imperfection of willing to be imperfect, that not everything's going to be perfect. When you're an addict or an alcoholic, you need a rock bottom. And I finally hit my rock bottom. life took a real dip for me, emotionally especially. And that's when my spirit just sort of shut down. I was so sure that the first time I went to LCAD and dropped out, that was it. Goodbye. You'll never get this chance ever again. So for however many years, I'd drive past that school and I would look at the campus and say, oh yeah, there's my failure. And it just hurt. It was just a salt in an open wound. And little did I ever know that I would come back and do as well as I have, because I know what it's like to have an opportunity just be right there. Before you know it, it's going to be gone. It almost took it away from me. I mean, when I was, in the garage shooting heroin with my ex-husband, I almost lost my arm. I still have the scar. And, even after that, I still kept using. I still kept shooting. I still kept snorting. I still kept taking the pills. There's still so much pain that was building up inside me, and I didn't want to face any of that pain. I didn't want to accept that there was pain. So I just kept taking whatever I could to push away what was really hurting me inside. And it wasn't until years later that I started to draw in pain again, because that had been on the back burner for so long, because I was so busy finding money to consume the drugs and alcohol that made me feel good, that was me just running away. And it wasn't until after I got my shit together, got sober, did the 12 steps, went to the meetings, and my art started to come back. I love that time at night when it's just me, myself, and I, and the rest of the world is asleep, and I can just focus on my art. And I play my music, whatever it is I'm working on, it's just me 1000%. I firmly believe that music plays a part in how you draw and how your drawing is going to turn out. When I draw my dragons, I usually listen to punk or goth or metal because it's got more of an edge. It actually makes me happy when I hear that music, but it also gives me that aggressive, attacking desire to draw in this way that it's like I can funnel the sounds through it and into the drawing. Well, there's a saying that we say in the program is you suit up and you show up. Life is going to continue to keep happening, and the only real control you have is how you respond to it. When I go to school at LCAD, I get to walk on campus again, and I'm faced with so much gratitude because I got the opportunity to come back, and I got to prove to myself that I can do this, and I can do it without drugs and alcohol. Whatever the world is telling you about how you're not going to make it and how you're not good enough, it's in that moment that's when you really need to just look at that and say, you know what, that isn't real. It's when you give in to your fear and falling down, that's when you fail. But if you can fall and fail and get up again, then you can succeed. My name is April Solomon, and I love drawing dragons.